What's up everyone, John from ARTV. It's time for a review of the third studio album by Citizen, a rock band from Michigan. It's titled As You Please. I've never been a huge fan of these guys in the past, but I had slowly been exposed to them. My girlfriend, who you guys know as Infinity on Hannah, is really into them. She turned me onto some of their music, and I started to enjoy some of the tracks from Everybody Is Going to Heaven, and even their debut album, Youth. Youth was more rooted in anger, a little bit more expressive there, but Everybody Is Going to Heaven also had some knockout tracks, some ones that leaned more towards shoegaze, so I was excited to see what they would do with their new record. Jett was released as the lead-off single, and it's a song that I'm pretty much enjoying for the most part. I liked it from the start, and now I'm actually at this point, I would say, loving it. I think it's a strong molder that opens this thing up. Not only is it the lead single, but it's also the first track here, and it definitely lets you into the world. We then got In the Middle of It All, released as the second single from As You Please, and my jaw was on the floor. This song is so good. It's one of the best songs of the year. Everything from that opening vocal sample from lead singer Matt Caracas that is just beautiful. He gets into the falsetto range. It's sampled all throughout, that strummed bass and guitar line, and that explosive chorus and the inventive lyrics. This song is genius. I love the way that it just has an imagination, and this album in general is so poetic. The way that Caracas pens these songs, it is a thing of beauty, and this album took me by the throat in the ear, grabbed me, pulled me down, and said, pay attention to what's going on here because it demands repeated listens. It demands your attention, and this album is amazing. I had no expectations for this album a few months ago, but hearing In the Middle of It All, I knew that maybe they were on to something here. And obviously I like Jett as well, so what else does this album offer? Well, it offers variety, it offers a sonic experimentation, and it definitely breaks away from the groundwork that they had laid in the past, but it doesn't get so far away that I think it's going to turn off old fans. In fact, quite the opposite. They're maturing, and I think their fans are going to grow up with them. The way that the instrumentals are able to shift from something more atmospheric to something more aggressive, and then the vocal tones and the variety offered to us here. It's something grand and just downright special in places, like the start of Fever Days, that amazing bass line, the lyrical content on the closer, Flowerchild, and how that song evolves all throughout. There's so many lyrical moments all throughout this album that just get stuck in there and stuck in your head and actually make you think. Like on Flowerchild, there's a line that says, keeping me in, faith in an empty room, thousands of bricks, I carried them all for you. And what I feel like that means and why I feel like that's such a smart line that really strikes, thousands of bricks, I carried them all for you. It seems like he's speaking to a relationship here, and he's saying brick by brick. That's the old phrase. Brick by brick, you get something done. And he says, I carried thousands of these bricks. I carried them all for you, and look where we are now. I love that. Discrete Routine is another phenomenal song that knocks it out of the park. It has these moody keys, and then a slick bass line that just slowly trickles in and goes throughout the entire song. It's just really a meticulous, explorative song that I am totally on board with. It's definitely different, but it stands out in the best way possible in the track listing here. And then you have moments like World that also offer those amazing lyrics. I love the changes that happen throughout this song, and actually one of the opening lines here says, for every moment that you've seen, there's one you've missed. And I feel like that really applies in today's world that we're in. It kind of speaks to me because I think that I was kind of tuning out parts of this record. I wasn't paying close enough attention. And then I actually sat down with the lyrics. I really let myself focus on this album. I don't want to keep missing these moments. And I love what this song really just explores. Harder rock leaning moments are not hard to find either. In the Middle of It All has that huge chorus on it that's so easy to sing along with. And then you have tracks like Medicine that are so aggressive and so tense. I love what's going on here. You can actually feel the tension in the song. It feels like you're in the room and in the mental state that he's in. And that's what I love about this record in general. It gets downright introspective and personal in places. I love the bombastic aura on Control that opens with a buzzing synth and then those huge drums that just work in. And the lyrical content here speaks volumes of, I think, somebody just starting a relationship or trying to be maybe something that they aren't. But I'm under your control is basically what he's saying. I am what you want me to be. And he says maybe in the start of a new relationship here, I think it's something that a lot of us can relate to. He's basically saying we mold sometimes to what others want us to be. Even if it's not entirely ourselves, we put out that version of ourselves in order to be accepted. So I love the commentary here. That's my takeaway from the song, and it's fantastic. I Forgive No One also goes down a rockier path, and I think most people can totally relate to a song like that. He says a line, "In every fabrication there's truth," and I like how he's kind of picking somebody apart here, because obviously I Forgive No One is representative of somebody who's having trust issues, somebody who's not able to accept that things just are the way that they are. You can't take somebody at face value anymore, and I think that there's also social commentary running not only on this song, but throughout the album. And I love that. I love the lyrics on this record just through and through, honestly. The instrumentals are gripping, the bass lines, even though the drumming I think falls flat in a few places. Some of these tracks like Ugly Luck, I'm not a huge fan of that one as a whole, probably my least favorite here, but there's definitely still redeemable qualities to it. I just think it's a bit jarring between the verses and the chorus. I think the chorus is my least favorite aspect of the song, and unfortunately with repeated listens it's not sticking, but seriously, that's one of the only moments here that I'm just not on board with. For the most part, this album is a fun listen, fun in the sense that you actually get to pay attention, pick things apart, and it's actually so intelligent. And I'm blown away by the lyrical content here. I know I keep saying that, I'm running in circles, but I want you guys to pay attention. If you're going to check out this album, make sure to read along with the lyrics. After listening to this a handful of times, I ordered myself a vinyl copy of it. I had to have it. I love this album for the most part, and I think that it's going to be one of my favorites of the year. If you're looking for something that is rock, but also forays into other territories, this album is for you. From the title track that's so smart, As You Please, plays in several different styles, has a great chorus, to the bass of Fever Days, to the closing tracks, You Are a Star, Flowerchild, it's really all unique, special, and well crafted. I hope you guys will check it out. Me personally, I'm gonna give this album a 4.5 out of 5. My girlfriend's gonna be so happy with me. She's been so into these guys in the past. I can't wait to see her reaction to this review, honestly, and I can't wait to see you guys' reaction as well. And yeah, other than that, please leave a like on the video, and if you're able to, support me on Patreon. It's the top link in the description down below. You can go directly to my Patreon right over there in the corner, or see another recent review right here, actually another Run for Cover band turnover, or another recent rock review right here. All of my social media can be found linked in the description, and other than that, I'll see you very soon right here on ARTV.